Right, let's get this video done now. It's actually 4:05 a.m. I just spent more than 4 hours streaming on Twitch, and I thought I'd quickly do this before I went to bed. Here I am. I gotta go to work in 10 hours time. I do live close to my workplace though, but yeah, it'd be my sixth day in a row. I did a 12-hour shift on Friday and a 10-hour on Sunday until midnight, that one. So I'm knackered a little bit, but I have time for this. I've also been editing videos constantly after each of those working days. Anyway, yeah, here I am. Let me check if it's all working. Yes, it is. It is all working. So let's get this party started. I am aware that it's Tuesday. For me, it's 4 a.m., but for you guys in Australia, it'll be daytime. So, yeah, but yeah, it's we shall predict the last two rounds. I'm gonna go off my tipping, otherwise it just looks stupid. Because you kind of got to go off your tipping. Hello, I'm forgetting how you're doing. And then round 24, I'll just say what I think. So we went Collingwood by 11. We'll go with that. Right, and then Richmond, Gold Coast, GWS. Right, Richmond I think will win by 16 points. Gold Coast, I did that to take a risk, to be honest, but let's just say Gold Coast by 5 in a close one. GWS beat Essendon by 20 points, I reckon. Then you got Geelong, 3 home teams, and Port Adelaide. I can remember that. I think Geelong by 27 against the Saints. That puts them in the 8th. Adelaide, I think, to beat Sydney by 2 goals. Western Bulldogs, I think, will smash West Coast by 45 points. Similar for Melbourne, but I think by 38. And that puts Melbourne second. And then Port Adelaide, I think, beat Freo by 11. And that puts Port in second. So, yeah, that's... we'll switch around the top 4 a few times now. And then you get into the final round, Essendon v Collingwood. More often than not, way more often than not, Collingwood win this fixture. It just happens. Whether it's close, it's usually close actually. They've had some classic games over the past few years, even recently. But the Magpies always seem to come out on top. And I think that trend will, unfortunately for Essendon, continue. But in a close one. I'll go Collingwood by 4. And then I'll go Hawthorn to beat Free. I think we'll win one more game, and I think it'll be this. I think we'll beat them by 14 points. Doesn't change anything for ladder positions, that obviously. North Melbourne, I predict them to win one more game, and that'll be Gold Coast, just by a goal. Brisbane, I think, will beat the Saints. I'll go by 23 points. So that puts the Lions in second for now. Geelong against the Bulldogs. I think Geelong win that. I'm going to say 19. So that puts Geelong in 5th. That's pretty big. The Dogs stay in the 8th for now. They've played all their games. Adelaide, I think, beat West Coast, but I don't think it'll be that much of a smashing. I think it'll be like 17 points, and that puts Adelaide 7th. The Bulldogs hanging in there. Port Adelaide against Richmond, I think Port Adelaide win that fairly easily, 20 points. So Port Adelaide would be above the Lions with those results. Collingwood by 4, same as the Essendon game last year with Elliott's clutch goal. Yeah, could be similar. Sydney and Melbourne that could be a big game in the last round, of course. I think Melbourne to win by 15. And let me just see what would happen if I put Sydney. Sydney by 15. What happens? That's pretty crazy, but I don't think it will happen. I just wanted to see what would happen. I'm gonna go with Melbourne. Carlton v GWS at Marvel. This is huge because if GWS win, then they'd be 5th. But how'd I go back? Bro, I can't go back. Oh my days. That's just because it's the last game. That's stupid. The website bloody glitched. Okay. We'll go similar margins. Let's go through this again. It shouldn't change too much. What did I predict for the Giants? I can't remember. Let's go 3 goals. Geelong 27, Adelaide 2 goals. Western Bulldogs 45, Melbourne 38, Port Adelaide. What did I even say for Port Adelaide? 21, I think. 4 Collingwood, Hawthorn by 16, North Melbourne by 11, Brisbane by 23, Geelong by 27. Your weird feeling sponsored Melbourne game would be just as clutch as Castle versus Melbourne last year. It could be. What did I say for this one? 17 Adelaide, Port Adelaide. What did I even say for 26? Melbourne by 15. Okay, so Port Adelaide second, if that happens, and then Carlton, I think, will beat the Giants by 3 goals. So yeah, there you go. This will be my final series. I think it did change slightly, or did it? No, I think yeah. Okay. So Port finished second, clear cut, and then Melbourne get third on percentage, which means the Lions have to go to the MCG to beat Collingwood, which would not be good for them. So based off this ladder, I would predict the Magpies to win. Just a bit of fun, really. I predict the Carlton would beat the Western Bulldogs in that first elimination final. I'd say Geelong would beat Adelaide, and I'd say Port Adelaide. It's very boring, but I'd say Port Adelaide to win that qualifying final. So that puts all home teams through. Lions at the Gabba, Geelong to beat Melbourne, Collingwood to beat Geelong, Port to beat Brisbane, and Port win the flag or Collingwood win one of them. So that's just a bit of fun anyway. So yeah, that was quite interesting. Pretty short stream, but I am off to bed. This is your boy Davidoff. Please like, share, subscribe. Thanks for watching. Have a good day and goodbye.